my name is Amy Johnson. I am the Hub Director for Honor Flight Huntington. We are part of a national organization with over 140 hubs across the United States. Our goal is really pretty simple. We are to take as many World War II, Korean, and Vietnam veterans to Washington, D.C. to tour the memorials that were built in their honor.
We have breakfast together, so it's a real warm, fuzzy feeling before you ever get on the flight.
And once we fly into Reagan International, that is actually the first kind of surprise we have for the veterans. There's a whole group of Honor Flight volunteers that come to the airport and that we welcome these veterans there. A lot of our veterans, they didn't get a welcome home. They were treated poorly. They'll tell you many stories of just riding a bus home, hopping off the bus and walking to their house. No kind of welcome home. So it's a pretty emotional experience for them.
It's a big deal. That actually brings tears. When they get off and they see those little tiny children, will have the flags. The bands are playing, and it's usually their era of music. They absolutely melt.
To meet the people that greeted us at Washington, D.C., I thought pretty soon I'm going to get where people's not going to greet us. It never stopped.
So once we get off and we get through the terminal, we head straight out to our buses. We did have 3. We have the Park Police Escort, which makes it pretty good to get around to see everything that we can. We don't stop for traffic lights, and usually our escorts put on a pretty good show for us, and the veterans absolutely love that.
We love it as a group together, and then seeing those veterans, their talk, their eyes light up, their faces, their tears, tears of joy, friendships. It's just an experience, you know, it's much more rewarding for me, I think, than it is for them. So just to see that and experience it just makes you want to go over and over again.
I think it's a good thing. Veterans deserve it.
The veterans, World War II and Korean, they do get first dibs for the flight. And then we just recently started accepting the Vietnam veterans.
Well, being a Vietnam vet, of course, the Vietnam Vet Wall, and then the Korean, it took me back. When I saw it, and I have some pictures of my buddy and I, them out in the field like on maneuvers, and then their wall, it looks like they're trying to get out.
One thing that we do from the bus to the airport is we do mail call. It's a pretty important thing for them. A lot of our veterans that just mail they didn't get it. You know, whether it got lost, they didn't have family members to write to them. And so we ask their family members to send letters, to send cards. So everybody has a mail call on the bus on the way back to the airport, which is a pretty big deal for them. Once we get to the airport, there's usually another group, whether it be the dancers or, you know, the airport personnel there to greet us when we get back on the plane.
And then our homecoming. It was something we didn't get, okay? And something we didn't expect. You know, we didn't expect, when I came back from Nam, I wasn't expecting anything. But when we came home, and everybody was band playing, everybody was just greeting us so great. And my family was there, my daughters, my son-in-law and his grandchildren.
Well, their excitement, they're back in Huntington. They're home and they have a lot to tell their families. And the very first thing they mention is their family. But they can't believe it when they open that door and they see the bands and the honor guard and the VFW posts. I mean, but they're looking for that wife or that son or that daughter. And the pictures go again, and the tears and the hugs, and it's truly a welcome home.